Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same 3 gigantic turkeys that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Asher Ford, Human Ranger, played by Char.
I'm thinking about teeth now, and I have a small question. Does anyone else's parents keep their baby teeth in a jar somewhere?
Ooh. I feel like that was a
Mine
thing when I
do.
was a kid, but I don't think my parents have my baby teeth.
Mine do. They showed me.
It's kind of like keeping like baby slippers and stuff, or like baby shoes. I don't know.
They're not the same at all.
I guess it wasn't a jar. No, it wasn't. It was like a tin, like a mint tin. My mom brought it out, and she's like, "What do you think this is?"
Do you
And
want
I'm
an
like, I couldn't
Altoid? No,
possibly
it's a
guess.
tooth instead.
It was like my baby teeth.
Well, in the bottom middle, we have Greshy, Ironroot, Dwarven Druid, played by Will.
Now I'm thinking about baby teeth. This is weird.
So we were talking about teeth just before the podcast started. In the bottom right, we have
I was saying you
Adam
make a necklace.
playing
That's
Gunn,
just different.
Shough, Human Champion of Erastil.
Not baby teeth. I think they have my second set of teeth somewhere.
Oh,
So
second.
before you get your third ones.
Oh, right.
Teenagers.
They're-
Yeah, you guys had those, right?
Teenagers.
My teenage set.
Yes.
Are we sharks now? What's going on? All right, well, in any event, last time on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers, I guess you finished off the last straggler that got away from you in the Holes of Wrath. You had found the room that the warriors had initially retreated to was some kind of strange alchemist / weapon preparation / incubation chamber. You found some very interesting things there, including some items, as well as you discovered that the Warriors of Wrath had been doing some amount of flesh warping experimentation to create sin spawn, or perhaps to reverse the process. Following that, you made your way back out of the alchemy room into the main hall / dojo / training area, and then crossed to the opposite side where there was another set of teleporters. There, Asher, I believe, decided to write a note. Took out a piece of parchment, scribbled on it, "We just want to talk," and then the words yes and no in Thessalonian, with a indication to circle one. He folded it up, placed it inside the teleportation circle. It disappeared in a flash of blue light, and then, like some minutes later, it reappeared on the opposite teleporter, the exit teleporter. Its edges were singed, and Asher goes over, picks it up, much to Greshy's fright, as he tried to stop him from doing so. But the letter seemed harmless enough. Asher picks it up, flips it over. On the front, after you unfold it, you can see the edges are all singed. On the front, your yes and no are just kind of struck through with a single, like, singed line. It doesn't look like whoever was writing on this was using actual pen and paper. Or like actual pen and ink. It looks almost like it's just like a singe mark, but very, very fine, like a needle point, burned through.
You do this with prestidigitation?
You probably could, yeah. But to get it that fine and precise is some advanced usage of it.
Okay.
And then on the back, in very neat Thessalonian handwriting, it says, "Fine, I'll honor your request. Enter and we shall talk. Just know that no matter what the 3 of you say, or how much you plead, death is the only outcome. Blood must pay for blood. AX." And the A is like a big, very fancy Thessalonian A, followed by like a smaller Thessalonian X. Or their equivalents. Let me catch up on some of these things. So we have a Fool's Luck.
So now is
another
where we
Fool's
wait for all her buffs that she just cast to run out.
All right, let's sit here for 10 minutes. 9 minutes exactly.
Suppose we could, if you really think that's a great use of our time.
I mean, it doesn't have to be all that long. Right.
Suppose it also depend on what kind of spells she might have cast, assuming it's who I think it is, which would be...
If she's an evocation specialist, and according to the wheel we've discovered, that means that she's eschews the opposite to, which are what?
Abjuration, I believe.
Yeah, I think abjuration.
Might be necromancy as well.
Quick look. Abjuration and conjuration.
Conjuration, excuse me.
So no summoned creatures to worry about.
Okay. That's good. Asher, what do you think? Should we go through or should we wait?
Got severe whiplash from this letter because she said she wanted to talk and then she's like, and then you will die. Well, I guess someone would die, maybe is what she's saying. So I guess. Oh, let's.
Sounds like she's saying she wants to challenge us to a battle.
Enter and
the
we
death.
shall
Yeah.
talk. Death is the only outcome. She didn't say whose death. Someone will be dead, I guess. Very thematic. Well,
Hey, question: which school is divination for scrying? Obviously, and that's not opposite of.
It's not
evocation,
on the
so
wheel at all.
It could have been divination's not on the wheel.
It's not.
Oh.
Apparently they didn't take much they didn't think much use of divination. Not sure.
Interesting
spells for
implications there.
losers.
But so it could have
Yes,
been.
perhaps you have not noticed this time, but when you ask the question to Greshy, he thinks about it, and yeah, as far as you've seen on the 7-pointed star, there are 7 schools of magic, but you would know that there is an 8th divination that does not appear on the Sahedron rune.
I wonder if that's because it's newer or
I doubt it.
just been dumped on for 10,000 years. Anyway. Yeah, is there anything major that she might have cast? Like, say, spells that protect from energy? Is there anything we could cast that would protect us from energy damage spells, like the fireballs and lightning bolts that have been thrown around?
Oh,
all
surely
day
I
long
could
in
have
here?
prepared all sorts of things, but I didn't.
Okay.
Would have been smart to think of.
Do we have any scrolls left? Do we still have the scroll of protection from fire? Didn't we have a...
I doubt it. Double check, but
I do have these star things that you can put, but I think you need a vial to put them on your armor. The flaming stars.
Oh, the gem things?
Yeah. I don't remember how long
fix the
it takes to
talisman
fix
effectively.
them.
That sounds like a good idea to do before we walk in.
Takes me about 10 minutes, but I could work on it.
You need a repair kit if you don't have one.
I should check. Hopefully do.
Yeah, I do not have one of those.
Did I stock one? I have oil of mending. Would that count? Oh, I do have a repair kit. I have a repair kit and basic blacksmithing tools.
Nice.
So if you want, we can take some 10 minutes and fix that. Something or other.
We did keep a scroll of fire shield, and I don't believe we ever used it.
All right. Do you want to use it?
Well, it has to be in somebody's inventory. If you can't find it in someone's inventory, you don't have it.
It's in the bag, along with...
Which bag? Whose bag?
That would be Greshy's bag at this point. We would have transferred it in the previous, when we were going through the pile of
NV
dragon
land?
treasure.
Oh, no. Did we
At-
put
at
everything
latest.
that fell out of my bag into a new bag?
Yes.
Okay.
Probably.
I would hope so. It was a pile of stuff. I didn't have a bag to put it in.
Well, if we're going to wait, I'm going to take some time and try and mend some people up. But I don't know if they're going to want to wait.
I have it flagged as keep from Lucretia, along with Death Ward and Spell Immunity.
It is not in my inventory at the moment. So.
Oh, no, wait. I do see that we sold those 3 at a later time.
Whoop.
We kept them for a while and we sold them
I think at some point we decided it was not
at
quite
the
useful.
next, just before coming to the Rune Forge.
Oh well. We do have the fancy one. We could probably cast something out of that if we really wanted to, but it's delicate.
Yeah. What could we use that for? I think it can cast any spell once a day. That's a decent enough idea.
There's some other fancier ones we could try as well. What's occurring to me? Not sure if any of these are going to be quite as useful for us at the moment, but we could definitely cast something if we really wanted to try it.
The flames in the room flicker on the torches. They're magical embers, dropping sparks to the floor, but the sparks just kind of fade before they hit the wood. The light from the teleporter still shines.
I propose that Greshy affixes the talismans onto his and Asher's armors.
Gives you +2 resistance to 5. Does give you more. Oh, they're greater, so it's 5.
I have a ring that gives 5 already.
It'll take me 20 minutes then.
Yeah.
Can't be my own handwriting.
All right.
Are we making the most impatient person in here wait? Quite
Maybe
possibly.
She is well, she'll come out if
But-
she wants to.
That's more my concern, is her deciding to pop out at us when we're
I will
in the
stay
middle
on
of...
guard. I will stay
Okay.
on guard.
Well, we're going to back up. Asher, come over here.
Now I'm here. Wait, I have to get back.
I guess everyone give me a society check.
Ooh, society. That's my greatest skill.
We are all so good at society, all of us forest wanderers. Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm the best. 32.
Okay, so yeah, this is 2 natural 3s for a 19 and a 22 from Gunn and Greshy respectively, and a 15 for a total of 32 from Asher.
Seems wrong.
Asher, as Greshy indicates that he'll start working on your armor, you think about it a little bit, and requesting a meeting with someone who is very impatient and angry, and then not going directly to the meeting is probably going to piss them off and blow away any goodwill that you had maybe built up. So if you want to talk to her...
Maybe we shouldn't do this now.
But that's up to you.
I'm
You
not
don't
sure
have
we
to.
have any actual goodwill.
I feel like we should. I may live in the woods, but I think if we requested an audience,
Maybe just a country bumpkin, but even
Do
you
you think
know
her?
this is rude.
Okay, I guess I was thinking that her offer is probably not genuine.
I
But,
just figured that we would talk, and then either way, she was gonna be quite cross.
I was going to say, from what Asher read, it sounds pretty straightforward. She'll talk
Sounds
to
like
us, and then she's going to try and murder us.
Yeah, it sounds
So-
like she already knows that we've torn through her forces here.
Yeah, Asher, your feeling here is that you've bought some chance to talk before the fight, and if you burn that chance here, then it'll probably just be a fight.
So she'll probably talk to us. I mean, if there's stuff that we don't know.
All right, well,
but
in
we're probably
the-
gonna fight her anyway.
In the shortest, to keep it as brief as possible, Greshy, what's one spell we could cast out of the scroll on the 3 of us that would last through the talking and potentially help us?
Nothing. There's not a spell that I can think of off the top of my head that I can guarantee would last long enough and be something we could cast on all of us.
Okay.
Let's just go.
Yep. Let's go.
Whee!
Okay.
I'm like, I really hope you all come on here.
Like, I thought about it, I did, but nothing that would last long enough that I could guarantee would go through our conversation.
Okay. So after bringing this up, the rest of you decide that maybe it is worth getting the opportunity to talk to her first. You eschew affixing the talismans and make your way into the teleporter to do a little warp.
Whoop.
Whee! Alright,
See if I
bets on
can-
how many things are going to be on the other side.
Okay. You appear on the other side in a flash of blue light. Oops, that's not the right side. You should be on the red side. Over here. You find yourself in what almost feels like a courtyard. It's a strangely shaped room, very large. It's kind of a grassy field with bits of stone underneath. And in the center of the room, there's a large circular stone pedestal, only a few inches off the ground. And in the center sits a massive bonfire, just constantly spewing smoke up into the ceiling. If you look up, you can't actually see the ceiling. It goes up about 60 feet, and then there's just this very extremely thick cloud of smoke up above. The air in here is tough on the lungs. You immediately have find it hard to breathe. I've forgotten a thing, apparently. But
Wall that was supposed to be there?
yeah, there's supposed to be a wall there. Don't look away.
I definitely didn't look past it. I definitely did not look past it and see anything of it at all.
Looks like some kind of arena we've landed in.
It was some sort of smoke barrier. It was hard to see through. It must be magic. I couldn't see.
Okay, yeah. So to your right is a very thick, smoky barrier, and you saw just for the briefest moment in a gap in the smoke, what seemed to be a very long, large arena or hall of some sort, where there was a line of statues on one side of the room, and one of you catches a very quick glimpse of a rather large bird-like creature, almost like a massive vulture. Its turkey-like head, completely featherless, kind of picking at the large stone statue it sits atop of. But that image fades quickly as the smoke congeals and makes it impossible to see through. What do you guys want to do?
Probably find the nice lady.
Nice being a relative term, but
She's
What's
probably
her name?
nice in her own way.
Athroxis? High Lady Athroxis?
What's this here in the center of the courtyard?
The fire?
The bonfire that I mentioned.
Fair enough.
Well, I don't see her anywhere, and doesn't seem to be any sort of doors or exits besides the other portal. I suppose the smoke is the place to go, hey?
Oh god,
sure
I'm
you
gonna
guys are
wave
going in.
my hand.
Asher makes his way over
Greshy,
to
can you
the
see through
thick
this?
wall of smoke. Sorry, Greshy was asked a question.
Oh, what was the question?
Greshy, can you see through this at all? In this?
I cannot at the moment. I'm going to guess it's magical smoke and not natural,
Correct.
which would make sense. I don't know where they'd come up with, or why they'd bother with unnatural, or with natural
Yeah, I
smoke
mean
here.
that's. Well, yeah, their typical magical fires don't create smoke, but maybe we should wait in the courtyard for this lady to appear, because this
Asher, do you want to try shouting at her? Politely.
Oh, I was just waving my arms in the smoke to see if...
It dissipates?
I mean, I don't think it's going to, but, I hope it doesn't burn me or anything. I'm just going to, be walking forward doing this.
Yeah, the smoke doesn't seem to burn you or anything. It's just incredibly thick. If you continue to walk forward, you just start to, pass through it. And Asher kind of disappears into the smoke.
I'm going in.
I'm going to stay. I'm going to come and hustle to catch up a little bit behind Asher, not too far away.
Please, I am not good at asking questions.
Hold up there, Asher.
I can't see you. Oh, there you are.
So yeah, you each looks like start to follow up behind Asher as he passes through the smoke. And you eventually, the smoke kind of clears, and you find yourselves in this massive hallway. Or hallway of sorts. It is more like a courtyard. There's grass at your feet. It's all lightly singed. Around you are, on either side of the room, are a set of 7 statues. Sorry, can I count? Yes, that's 7. 7 statues on to your left and to your right. The outer wall of the room is entirely ensconced in flames, thick flames, hot flames. You can feel the heat. It's like a 20-degree jump in temperature as soon as you step through the smoke. Everything is, you just start to feel the sweat immediately start to form on your brows. In the center of the room is a ring of flame, about a foot high. So it's very easy to step over. Easy to step over. You could leap over the flames themselves, but the flames surround a magic circle, in which is etched a silver shining Sahedron rune, the 7-pointed star, glowing softly through the flames. At the far end of the chamber is a woman standing. I guess another thing I neglected to mention is that this entire room is sloped. It is like you're looking up a hill at her, and she is standing kind of at the peak of the hill. Let me show you a picture of what she looks like. But she's got darker skin, stark white hair, cut very short and tied into ponytails. She is wearing hardcore black and red metal armor. There we go. There's a picture of her.
Dude.
And she is wielding a massive double-ended ranseur wreathed in flames. She stands atop a gnarled tree branch, a massive gnarled tree branch, as she looks down to the 3 of you, plus Phelan. She scowls and shouts across the room. First in Thessalonian. It's good to see you with my own eyes, you who kill my brethren. What is it you want? Then she pauses, switches to common. Tell me, why do you come here? Why do you slay my people?
Your people attacked us without provocation.
Without provocation?
We are seeking only a way out.
It is you who provoked my children. You came here into our home.
And our wish is to leave.
Then go.
To return to the material plane. Yeah, we need a few things in order to do so.
She scowls for a moment, and turns to the side. And I would like everyone to roll a social initiative here. So pick one of the social skills. If you don't want to be social at all and you're just trying to be on edge and ready for combat, then you can use perception instead. But otherwise, pick something that's appropriate for your approach to this conversation. So either diplomacy, intimidation, deception, or I'm probably forgetting something. I feel like there's 4, but I'm blanking on the last one.
Performance?
Sure, performance is reasonable if you were acting.
I suppose.
It stands around.
I was going to actually say, could I have, since Phelan is going to be a bit more impressive than Greshy, could I use Phelan's intimidation versus Greshy rather than Greshy's intimidation for this? If not, that's fine.
Sure, I would allow it. If Greshy is largely just trying to hide behind Phelan's being scariness.
He's the bigger threat at the moment, or at least he seems to be.
Sure.
So it sounds like she was watching, so... Actually try and select my token.
Well, in that case, I might say...
If not, that's fine.
No, that's fine. Go for it.
I mean, stealth would also be fine, but...
Yeah, let's do Greshy's stealth. No, you've already rolled it. That's fine.
Okay. I mean, it's up to you.
No.
I can go back and redo it as Greshy's stealth. Okay.
Nope.
Okay. He's not on there, but that's fine.
I neglected to...
Ignore this doesn't count. There it goes. End up being the same? It did end up being the same. Fun. Alright.
Okay, so I'm just rolling. So around the room, perched atop 4 of the statues are these large vulture-like creatures. And I'm just rolling initiative for them as well. I said yes. My math. And then the High Lady herself. Okay. Alright, let me sort some initiatives. Descending, put the round thing at the top. Okay, so she's at the top with a 41. The vulture creatures are kind of in between everybody, so I'm going to kind of skip over them. But Greshy's at a 39, Gunn is at a 27, and Asher's at a 19.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so... yeah, we start with her. She is just kind of scowling at you from across the room, and she'll actually make some steps forward, so... just kind of pacing towards you. And shouts back, I have nothing for you here. If you seek conjuration, then why don't you go to the conjuration wing? One of the Vroks perks its head up. This is the one nearest to you on the right-hand side. And kind of... This makes a weird sound. Greshy.
I would like to stealthily try and pull the Anathema Archive out of my bag.
Okay. That would probably be a thievery check versus her perception. What's your modifier?
All right. My modifier is 25.
25, okay. Okay. So you start fishing around. I just rolled a secret check for you. I've written that down. You start fishing around in your bag for the Anathema Archive and are able to pull it out. That'd be 2 actions to
Right.
move the bag around and start fishing around.
I mean, I'm just going to look at Gunn, because I really have nothing to say to this lady. Talking sounded nice, but I don't know what she's going to offer us information-wise.
Okay. The 2 vultures in the back of the room both start to fluff themselves up, and one of them kind of stands up on its hind legs. They're all, I call them vultures, but they do actually have massive hands and claws, as well as little feathered wings. They're kind of half humanoid, but they are very big. Gunn.
I'll respond to Greshy. Be prepared, but patient. Let's try to see what we can accomplish here, if anything. I mean, I understand that she is who she is, but I'll step just to the front of the group and say, the Conjuration Wing, we heard specifically of the existence of something here that could be used to escape, called a Mather Circle.
Cuts to her. Mather, what? She seems a bit confused, and then kind of gives out just a hearty laugh. Oh, you mean the Master Circle? It's right here. And she'll gesture with her rancier at the massive flaming spell circle in the center of the room.
All right.
The Vrock on the
And this
left-hand
has some
side.
use in
Okay.
planar travel.
It may, but I don't have the knowledge or skills to work it. She kind of scoffs at you. I'll count those as 3 actions worth. To talk to Greshy, ask her a question, and ask her a second question. Asher.
All right.
You know who does? Why is it here if you can't work it?
It was built here by Jordan Mandus many years ago. I don't really care about how or why it functions. It was placed here for my ancestors' use, not mine. This is action 1.
Ah, I see. So you just you just leave it there, doing nothing, just existing in the middle of the floor with a flame ring. Wouldn't you want to repurpose that for anything else?
I know my purpose. My purpose is building an army, waiting until my lady returns. It has nothing to do with that circle. Well, it's action 2.
Well, how do you get your army? How do you get your army to the to her if you can't use the circle?
My lady will explain all when the time is necessary.
I see.
Okay, end of the round. Back to her. My patience wears thin with you all. Questions, questions, questions. You murder my kin and expect me to answer for you. She steps up towards the circle and through the flames. And continues to make her way until she gets to the center of it. If you want this circle so bad, you can have it. Greshy.
Thank you. If we could help you escape, would you want to?
Escape? I'm not trapped here. I choose to stay of my own volition.
Well, I mean, in the kindest way possible. Why? Wait, you don't have anyone left here?
Well, that's not the right tactic.
Oops. You've taken it all.
Her eyes flare wide when you say that. Then I'll just have to make more.
You've been born and raised here, haven't you? You've never even seen
It's not
the
your
outside
turn,
world.
Gunn. It's not your turn, Gunn. It's Greshy's turn.
Talking in
I know.
turns is so...
Yeah, but I'm giving everybody a
hard.
chance to talk.
Yeah.
Anything
I
else
can't
you wanna
put my
say?
foot in my mouth if you don't let me open my mouth.
Greshy.
Well, now I'm curious about how you would go about making more. Are you flesh warping them with that goo stuff, or? Not sure how well that works anymore. Anyway.
I'm blanking on something. One sec. Right. Okay.
I don't know if you're actually disabled it or not, but
We use the techniques passed on by Elastus to us. There are ways of making more. It just takes time and patience. And blood. Your blood, she says, pointing the rancier at, just generally in your direction. I'll call that the end of Greshy's turn. I think that was 3 questions.
I'm pretty sure that was 3.
Only
That's
one
fine.
of those things do you have in abundance. Because you're not very patient. You're not getting any blood out of me. But, no, that's just a whip that jumps to mind. That's not something I'll say.
Sorry, you're retracting that then.
Poor thing, you've been born and raised here your whole life, haven't you? You don't know anything of the outside world, how it's moved on since the time of the Runelords. You may not even know that the Runelord who is reviving is not a Lasnist, but Karzug, and if he succeeds, he'll not allow the others to follow him.
Oh, I'm very aware of Karzug's revival. We all know. But if
you have a plan to stop it?
Karzug returns, my lady will soon follow.
If he gets that head start, I would doubt she'll find herself in a desirable position.
Ha! My lady can fight back from immeasurable odds.
I get it. This is all you've ever known. Well, I think I will spend my remainder of my turn letting Rock out into the... Well, I really want to do it because he might die. That sounds like it could be very risky.
You ponder it. You
Big
start to
oven.
open
It's
your cape.
Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving. That's true. You part your cape partially. You consider pulling him out. Do you?
No.
Okay. You
No.
close the cape, letting it fall limp at your side. Asher.
Why is it me? Oh boy. This sure is a pickle. Man, I did say that we didn't want to fight them to begin with. And they fought us and then we killed them all. You'd think this being the Wrath rank that you'd expect people to come in and fight you all the time. You wouldn't be so mad when you die. But now I see that was incorrect. I was just thinking to himself. He's like, and the portal doesn't work. This room is really warm. He just kind of mumbles off about these things. He doesn't really ask her anything new.
I see you hesitate, she kind of says to herself. You've proven yourselves capable warriors. Are you not willing to fight for the access to this? And she lowers her rancier to gesture at the ground. If this is so important to you, if it represents a way back home, then fight me for it. And a smile crosses her face.
Who is Jordamantius anyway? The one who made that circle.
Let me not get it wrong, because I often get it wrong. Yes. That conjuration wing I told you about? He's the current Lord of Sloth.
And I suppose you can't use conjuration magic to do anything with it. However that would work.
No, the pact was.
If we
from
are you sure we
ancient
can't?
times. Actually, sorry, she needs to correct something. Two things. I might be saying Jordamandius. It's Jordamandus. Not
Jordamandus,
IUS, just
okay.
a US. Other thing. She'll actually say out loud. But come to think of it, I don't think he was the original one who built it either. But I'm sure he'd know how to work it if you'd ask. That fat ass is too lazy to bother with anything else. He won't fight.
So if we
you.
left
He
and
won't
got information
fight.
from him and came back, and then we could work with you and help you get out of here and find more people to fight?
You misunderstand. I'm not letting you leave here alive.
Well, there's a problem with that, because we didn't really want to kill you, but if we can't leave without killing you, you're gonna have to die.
Gunn.
That is about the long and short of it. There's no... I have no grudge against you specifically. I'd rather not kill unnecessarily.
Well, too bad, because I have a grudge against you specifically.
It's true.
It seems that we're at an impasse. And she lets her rancier tap the circle. And the flames had kind of waned on it as she's been talking, but they start to flare up again. If combat starts, I'll have everybody re-roll initiative for proper combat initiative.
Alright, well... I'd like to look at these creatures to the sides and see if I can recognize anything about them.
Sure, give me... I think in this case it would be religion check for you to identify them.
Okay. We have 27.
27 to identify. Ooh. You immediately recognize that they're demons, some kind of fiend of some sort. But you're not exactly sure what. But they're definitely some kind of demon or fiendish creature.
Okay.
To answer Greshy's question in chat, do you already know who Jordamandus is? You've seen the name before. I believe it has been mentioned once, if not twice, in writing.
I have in my notes. Okay.
yeah, that's all I'll say about that. Okay, but yeah, Gunn, you say that, and then try to identify those two creatures.
There's one other thing that we could use to get out and just stay out of your hair. Is a tuning fork of the material plane. We have some reason to believe there's one in here. Do you know anything about it?
Tuning forks, material plane. That's more than likely something those bastards from the Envy Ward were chasing after. You'd have to take it. I'd say you'd have to take it up with them, but they're already dead. And that bastard is Zaven and probably has their bodies.
Well, I see. That means that this alone is not going to be enough to help us leave.
Asher?
Is that the necromancy guy? Is a Zaven? Is that what you said?
Let me make sure I said his name right too. But
I think so.
Yeah. She yes, Zaven, the Archlich of the Necromancy Wing. You get along, he and you. You all smell of death.
Okay, I'm gonna move up to Gunn and whisper, Gunn, I think we could run really fast to the portals. Maybe we could run really fast and outrun her. She's very far away.
Doesn't seem like the worst idea in the world.
I think keep your time. Start running.
Okay, so you move over to Gunn, you start whispering to him. Gunn, you turn and whisper back. And as you're doing so, High Lady Athroxis snaps her finger. And the solid wall of fog behind you becomes a solid wall of flame, as the flames connecting both sides of the outer wall just kind of come across and connect. And
we can run through that. We can
We can do it.
I would like you to
We
all...
can run through that.
You can try. I would like you to all roll
We're good.
new initiative for combat, please.
All right.
How exciting.
Boss battle music.
All right.
Well, I'm ready to throw a battle cry in here.
You may throw a battle cry in.
So that lets me give a
Oh, good.
demoralize check as a
Let me actually get her initiative back in here.
at the start.
Oops, I'm not supposed to have two. Okay, let's try that
And
again.
given this music, it's probably something like.
I will react to that as soon as I have their initiatives in. One moment, please.
A whole 3, but I'm sorry, a whole 29 total. But
This is going to end up being like very similar to what I had before.
I was noting that I actually got the exact same roll. But there you go.
are we still using social or?
No,
I mean, perception, I'd imagine.
Perception now, unless you.
Okay, it's got to be perception at this point.
Yeah, unless you were still trying to talk to her as she's attacking you.
Maybe intimidation.
Ooh, and a Surge of Sin's gonna happen right away, too.
Oh god, don't hit me.
30, but I missed my token.
30, but you missed your token. Let me add you to the turn order and do a 30. Okay. let me sort some initiatives. This is the top, and try to make this
Someone
visible.
rolled less than me.
Okay, we got a big turn order here. That'll be something like that. Okay.
Gosh. They're not ready for this.
We can make it through that fire. I believe in us.
Again, you can try. All right.
Stop it.
Surge of Sin. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 participants in this combat. I'm going to start from here. I'm going to start from her and go clockwise to him and then around the room, something like that. What did I say? That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll just roll a 1d9. Not toll 1d9. Roll 1d9. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 is Gunn.
I thought it was
Just a
coming for me.
D10 of damage. 4 points of mental damage you take as combat starts up. You feel a tinge of wrath in your mind. You did a demoralized check on... Is that against everybody? Or did you choose...
No.
Who did you choose?
Oh, no. It's a creature within 30 feet, which is none of them, so, hey.
I'll let you
actually
pick one of
not
the
gonna work
two
on
that are
anybody.
closer to you.
Then let's take the front right.
Okay. Front right, which is number 2 over there. And that is, I didn't actually look at the number, you got a 29. Versus its
Will DC.
will DC, that will be a success. So it is frightened 1. I'm gonna track that on my paper down here. So I don't have to do stuff. Okay, so that's... no, we'll do it here. Do 1, do 2, do 4. And that's number 2. It's frightened 1. Okay. Top of the round, High Lady Athroxis. Standing in the center of the burning circle. She is... she is going to cast a spell.
Great.
We'll use that one. Actually, that one. Okay, she casts a spell, and as she's doing it, she re-grips her rancier and just starts like spinning the rancier around. And as she's doing it, the rancier is getting faster and faster, and her movements are speeding up. She is then, so that's 3 actions, 2 to cast the spell, and then 1 to re-grip the rancier. And her third action is, or her 4th action is going to be to move. So she's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She dashes through the flames towards you all, seemingly unaffected by the fire that nips at her heels. One of the winged demon creatures, this is the one that... oh, sorry, I labeled that as number 3, actually, was the closest one. So it's number 3 that is scared, number 2 is not. This is number 2, who is in the back right. He is going to leap off of the statue and start flying closer. Their movement... over here. Let's see. Okay, something like that. Okay, so it flies closer to sort of back her up. It lets out a screech as it does so. And actually, no, I can't quite reach. So it's just gonna fly up a little bit more. So it's about 20 feet in the air. So I'll put that at 2. Or sorry, 20 feet is 4, right? Okay, 4 squares. Greshy, you're up, followed by Rock 3, and then Gunn.
All right. Just to double check, Envision is usually a free action for an item, correct?
Yes, normally.
Specifically with the Anathema Archive, it's okay.
Oh, yes, that is a free action. Oh, sorry, let me... did it say...
I'm pretty sure that marker is the free action one. I just want to double check with you.
Yes, I think it is the free action. I have to look at it again, but Anathema Archive, yes, that is a free action.
Greshy is going to picture one of the spells that he recalled from back when he was originally reading this, and he's going to attempt to swipe and conjure the swipe scroll so he can use that.
Okay.
It is a sin spell. Before I do this, I believe since this is the second time he's opened it, he does have to make a will save.
Yep.
So DC 22, I believe? No, 24. Twice the total number of times, so 24. So
Okay,
make that
make
will
your will
save. Yeah, 40 should be
40
fine.
is, yep, you're fine. So you pulled open the scroll, and it a flash of just pure hatred fills your mind. Seems amplified by this place. But you close your eyes and focus, and the swipe spell appears, visible to your eyes.
As I do, then I'm going to start to channel some natural energy to make this spell extend further than normal and use reach spell metamagic.
Okay.
And combine that with swipe. And I will need to make a spell attack against the target's reflex save. I'm going to need her to make, or I need to do it against her reflex save specifically.
Okay. Is it against her
Let's see,
reflex
spell
save?
attack.
Oh, so against her
I'm just gonna
reflex
roll something
DC.
that attacks.
I see.
Yeah, sorry, DC, excuse me. She does not need to make the save. I'm just going to try and attack her. So spell attack roll.
Okay.
I'm just rolling this to get the attack roll on it.
Sure.
That's a 37 against her reflex DC.
37 is a failure. You reach out and try
Okay.
and swipe the... I presume you're trying to swipe her weapon from her.
I was trying to swipe around Sur.
What happens
I get a
on-
+1 status bonus to it. So it's a 20. I guess it's a 38 if that makes a difference.
38 does make a difference.
According to the swipe thing, it says you gain a +1 status bonus to this attack.
Yeah, that is a success then.
Plus your wrathfulness.
Oh, that's
plus
true. The
wrath.
wrathfulness would have increased it as well.
Okay.
So that would have been 39 total then.
Yep. That is
So
a
that
success.
means the item will teleport directly into Greshy's hand. And he now has a fancy Ranseur.
Okay, you. The Ranseur disappears from her grip and appears in yours, flaming in all its might. What's your alignment?
My alignment is neutral. Lawful neutral.
Okay, you're fine.
And Phelan,
Greshy.
I don't think he's got no instructions yet, so Phelan with his free action would not do necessarily anything else. So that will be Greshy's turn.
Okay. That is fine. All right. You have her her spear, Ranseur. She curses immediately.
You can
as
have
it
this back when you
appears in your
act
hand.
nicer.
Okay, now it is Varrock number 3, Vulture number 3, whatever. I'm gonna keep saying its real name, but... Alright, this one is going to
I like
fly
it
at Gunn. Whoop. Yeah, okay. It flies towards Gunn, like just kicking off of the statue, and is going to let out a screech. It is completely ear-piercing. I need all of you to make a fortitude save, please.
A fortitude save.
This
failing as well.
lower by 1 just because of its fear.
Ooh.
Ooh. Greshy gets a 42.
Got a 28.
Oh.
Gunn has
sure.
a
Come on.
Run into the fire.
9, I think.
And Phelan gets a 46.
We have did Gunn have a +1 or a +2 in here? From the wing.
I think +1 from the wing. It's -2 or +1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The vulture in the back takes 7 points of damage from a Surge of Sin, redeemed by Arcat. But okay, so everybody has rolled their fortitude saves. This is one lower. Gunn, you crit succeed. Oh, sorry. It's a 39.
Regular success will, yeah.
Yeah, 39 will be a crit success.
With the
Asher,
fortitude.
28 is a failure. Greshy with a 43 is a crit success, and Phelan also crit succeeded. So only one of you failed.
That's good.
He's gone.
But you guys are level.
Well,
what's
no,
your level?
Asher,
Level like
Oh.
14.
We are level 14.
Okay. In that case, that failure becomes a success. This is an incapacitation effect.
Oh.
So you,
Oh, right. Okay,
the
one of these
ear-piercing scream distracts you all for a moment, but you're too high level to really fully be affected by it. It will then use its third action. To do a Beak Strike at Gunn. It is like 10 feet above you, but it has reach on its beak. That is a natural 20 for that is a 43 to hit. 42.
That would hit. Well, let
It's
me
a 42 to hit.
42 versus my AC of 39. 41 if I raise shield. Still gonna hit, which means it's still gonna crit.
Okay, so just barely to stay a crit. Oh?
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that I've been forgetting. I have this rune on my armor called Fortified, which means when you crit me, you make a flat check, and or I make a flat check, and if I make a 17, it gets downgraded back to a regular hit.
Okay, go ahead and roll the d20.
And I have a nope. Okay.
Okay, 15 is not going to cut it, so it's actually going to crit you here.
Hard to see, but
We had a
You were very
20.
close. Where's its damage? Call that.
I do need to keep
Okay, you
numbers
take a
like that.
total of 62 points of piercing and evil damage. The evil damage is mixed in there. As the beak strikes
Right.
out at you very quickly, stabs you in the side, and then like immediately pulls back. Its neck seems very like weird and rubbery. But that is its turn. Gunn, it is your turn.
62. Ow. And this thing is out of range of me?
Yes.
I can't strike it from here?
Correct. Unless you have 10-foot reach.
I do not have 10-foot reach. I do have flight I could activate. I believe it's been more than an hour since we fought the Iron Golem.
oh, surely with all this wandering around and such.
I don't. More than
We
hours
took
since
several
you-
rests as well.
We took a lot of rests and
Sure,
explored
sure. I'll allow it. That's fine.
the alchemy. So it might have been just about an hour, but
Okay, no, that's. I'll say it has been an
yeah,
hour.
I don't recall exactly. that's only going to last 5 minutes, and with her on the need to do something to fight these things if they're going to be flying. So I'll go ahead and activate the wing rune to gain 5 minutes of flight.
Okay.
That's going to be 2 actions, though. So with my third,
I'll say that you already have your sword and shield out. Like, she had her weapons out, so.
yeah, I mean, and we
I
kind of
presume
came
that
in
you guys were
knowing
all
that we were gonna
standing,
be-
expecting a fight.
Yeah, exactly. Third action will be to... Not much point in flying up to it. All I'd be doing is getting her waist.
Oh
to
shit.
get to
Actually, did you... is activating the cloak somatic?
Greshy. Oh, the armor?
Yeah.
Let me
Winged
check.
rune? It is an interact command. Okay, so you reach for your arm, like you put your shield hand up to your chest, run your like fist over the winged rune, and as you're doing this, the Vrock sees an opening and is going to use his attack of opportunity. His fear should be gone now because he had his turn. But he does get double talon strike out of this. Okay. First one is a 40 to hit.
Really?
Second one's a 27.
Damn. Well, I will use my... I'll raise my shield. Wait, does the +1 for the being in the area, does that add to AC also?
Yes, adds to everything.
Okay, then with a shield raise reaction, I can get to 41 to block that.
So you quickly raise your shield just in the nick of time as you already were using your shield hand to activate the rune, so you managed to block the shot. And it snaps out a second time, but this time you've already got your shield up and easily parry it. Okay, you've got 1 action left and no reactions.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and heal myself for 42.
Okay.
Greshy doesn't have to.
All right. It's a little bit winded and doesn't have time to strike you after that. The other vulture over here, to your left, is also going to fly closer. And let out another screech. I need everybody to make fortitude saves again.
Oh boy, it's gonna be one of these.
I did better that time with a 38. Gunn's here with me.
35,
36.
36.
Oh, 39.
And
41.
41
Okay.
for Phelan.
Yeah, you all succeed critically, I think, or close to set. As you're like, these screams are just completely ineffectual to you. They like make you wince a little bit, but you're much stronger than that. It'll then I don't know what I'm actually rolling for here. So it flew to that. Oh no, it would actually try and strike. But that was a very low number. That's no way going to hit Gunn. So it snaps out its own neck and tries to tap Gunn from the other side. I guess it would actually go about right here to get flanking. But even with flanking, that wouldn't matter. Asher, you're up. Then the last of the vultures.
What did I decide I could get to? Okay. I move. I'm gonna hunt prey both the vultures surrounding Gunn.
Okay.
Those seem pretty scary. And I will.
I'll mark them with green dots because that's a little more visible for me.
do that. And I will hunted shot number 3. I know I could split them, but I choose not to. Uh-oh. 27 and a 28.
27 and 28. Neither of those are going to hit. You fire off 2 quick shots at the one that is a little bit winded from using its reaction on Gunn, but it very quickly kind of flaps out of the way, instinctually reacting to the sound of arrows in the wind. It kind of turns its face towards you. Okay.
Don't you look at me.
The last of these creatures is going to fly forward. What could it do? Something like that. Oh. Okay. Yeah, it's going to use all 3 of its actions flying forward, trying to get a bit closer to you all. At the top of the round, Athroxus yells out, "You son of a bitch!" And is going to...
I've got your stick. Spend my whole round doing item management this next round.
Got your nose. Just throw it in your backpack and run.
I'm serious. I can store an item. I can shove the ransomware in the bag of holding.
Good luck finding it.
Is she gonna do that? I think she will.
I mean, she could always try and steal it back from me, which wouldn't be great, but she's a spellcaster as well, I imagine.
Just play hot potato with the flaming rancer.
Debated it. Having Phelan fetch it. See how far he can throw it. Wouldn't get very far. Not particularly strong.
Okay,
I did not get
she is going to gesture with her hands, and Greshy, from beneath you, a ring of fire starts to swirl, and engulfs you and Phelan in a pillar of flame. I need... I'm actually going to have to make a fire ring, aren't I?
Probably, if it persists. I'm
Oh, whoops.
gonna guess reflex save, but
Sorry, I've accidentally moved him. I move him back. There. Okay, I'll use a yellow ring. Something like that. Okay. So, pillar of flame shoots up from the ground. The earth starts to crack, and you're hit with a swirl of fire and rocks. Let's see. Reflex save from the two of you.
fantastic. Oh, Greshy, why? Greshy got a 29, minus 2 is a 27, plus 1 is a 28. He's minus 2 because he's writing Phelan. We should have established that before.
Yes. It's hard to reflex save.
Did I just...
while
oh, no,
writing.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. That was Phelan I rolled the first time. So Phelan's actually straight up 29. Apologies.
Okay, Phelan's 29.
Greshy's is a 42. Yes, I apparently had my sheets mixed up.
Okay, so Greshy succeeds. Phelan got what? 29?
29.
29.
So that's a crit
Phelan
failure
crit
if it
fails.
afford... I was going to say, yikes.
Okay.
Bait and re-rolling it, I should have.
This is a mix of fire and bludgeoning damage if it matters. Is this the right? Okay. So this would be
Would matter if
14
she were
points
close
to...
enough to me.
Okay. It would be 14 points of damage to Greshy, but he only takes 7. Phelan, on the other hand, takes double that, so 28.
28. Ouch. All right.
And then she is going to back up a bit, back into the flames. All right. Closer to you guys. Let's see his range.
Hi.
The furthest back of these creatures is going to fly forward over Asher's head and take some strikes at Asher. I think just one strike because I had to do it twice. So... plus... 42 to hit Asher.
That hits, but does not crit. Thank goodness.
Okay.
By 1, it does not.
Plus that. 23 points of piercing damage plus I've got to do d6 plus another 3, so it's 26. The 3 is evil damage, so 26 total damage to you from that vulture. Greshy, is your turn.
Have we actually hit any of these things yet?
No, we have not.
No.
All right.
Nope.
Cool. I am going to spend 3 actions and burst a heal out and hit everybody around us, including some of the rocks. But who cares? They're already healed.
They're healthy.
They're already healthy, so they're fine. Let's roll it and see what we get. So Greshy would have been over a little bit further over here. Matters, but 40 points or hit points back for everybody, including, I suppose, the rocks. Except for this one. The one who got hit in the mental damage. Was that the one?
Yes, the one in the back.
Well, he gets to keep his mental damage because he's too far away. So.
Okay.
But everybody else in a 30-foot radius is going to feel a burst of renewing energy flow through them away, out of Greshy. And then he's going to tell Phelan to move it. And we're going to try and hoof it. 5, 10. Any issues getting out to the circle?
No issues getting out of the circle.
25, 30. All right, so we're not going all the way out, but we're moving a bit away to try and hopefully not be a target. And that will be 3 actions for Greshy and 1 action for Phelan.
All right. Number 3's turn. That requires... number 3, the one that's flying over Gunn's head, begins doing some kind of erratic motions in flight. It's kind of bouncing up and down, doing like little dips and kind of twirls. It's very erratic and seems odd. Gunn, it's your turn.
Do I think that looks anything like casting a spell? Does it remind me of that at all?
No, it seems almost like it's kind of like whipping itself up into like a frenzy, like a rage of some kind.
Okay.
It's like it's hyping itself up.
I will say, Asher, pull back, use the flaming circle for cover to keep him from surrounding you.
Going in that flaming circle.
No, get behind it so they don't surround you.
Well, that's
I'll cover you. And I'm going to... I'm going to fly over here and up enough that can attack the one that Asher's.
Okay, so flying that way is gonna proc an AOO from number 3. So
Okay.
while it's
That's
in
what I
its
figured.
frenzy, it's
Well, actually,
gonna.
I figured.
Was that?
I thought it would. I wasn't sure if it would be distracted by that or not, but right, that's fine.
Yep. it can still
Actually,
do
I'd
stuff
rather-
while
I like it
it's
here.
whipped up. So you
Okay.
you don't expect it. You start to fly away from it, thinking that it's not paying attention to you, but suddenly its claws like lash out at you, and it'll take its 2 talon strikes. That is a 27 on the first one and a 28 on the second one. Those are both misses. And as you fly into the second of these creatures' ranges, and you have to if you're trying to get right next to it, you have to fly through one of its squares. You'll trigger its AOs as well. So it will take 2 swings. So that's 42 on the first strike and a 29 on the second strike.
A 42 will hit.
Okay. It hits you for 15 points of slashing evil damage, catching you with a claw just as you're entering its range.
Okay. Is the slashing more than 4? I can reduce slashing by 4.
Yes, the slashing is 14. The evil is only 1.
Okay, so then I'll take 11 instead of 15.
Okay. Your armor reduces the damage some.
And now that I'm
the
here,
reactions of 3 and 2.
I'll get a sword strike on this guy with a 36 to hit.
36 will hit. Roll damage.
We have 26 points of slashing and 4 good.
Okay, 26 points of slashing damage. And 4 points of good. That 4 points of good explodes into a 14 points of good damage as the searing light of your sword connects with the pure evil of this creature. A burst of black blood shoots out of it, and it screeches again in pain.
I'm going to go for a second attack on this thing.
All right, second strike.
And I'm pondering. I can't read how many. Is that 7 points that I have
Yes, you currently have 7.
available?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to use 7. Try and thin down their numbers is faster. So that gives me a 38 plus 7, 45.
That'll hit. That is 45. Yes, that's a crit in that case.
Okay. So that will go for 2-1-1 on the second, but whatever. 25 and 18. So 33, 43 points of slashing and good damage.
Okay, you make a major strike, cutting through its chest cavity. The black blood spills out over the battlefield. And
That'll be it for me.
Burger gives you some Erastel's favor. Number 1, behind you, the area you just left, it also starts to bob and weave and kind of whip itself up into a frenzy. Asher.
Wee. There's nothing like in this square here. There's no fire, right? Either from the wall or the.
In the spaces where there's smoke back here, so the smoke is still billowing a bit. You would be concealed in those spaces, but things would also be concealed from you. Only this space here, in between those two bits of smoke, would be totally like clean visibility.
I see.
There's also the pillar of flame here that would block line of sight.
It's indeed the pillar of flame. Oh wait.
The pillar of flame is about 40 feet. It doesn't go quite all the way up to the ceiling.
Good thing I'm shorter than 40 feet. I'm gonna move. This guy is not my hunt prey target, but I will still shoot at him.
Okay, you snap turn and focus on the one that Gunn is firing at, or slashing at.
So 34 to hit.
34 will hit. Roll damage.
This first. Easy damage. 12 piercing, 5 frost, 6 flame.
Click on that. Elemental.
Okay. It's a good solid hit. Just. Why am I doing that there? Okay. Doing math. Okay. Yeah, you managed to hit the this creature in its face. The arrow just kind of actually on contact, the arrow kind of bursts into a explosion of sparks. But it seems to do the normal damage. It seems pretty hurt. Obviously much more so than the others. So it's move and attack.
Okay.
Last action.
I will. I'll shoot one more time. Is it within? No. Hey, a natural 20 for a 41.
That is a critical.
Wow.
There's Asher's good rolls.
What a attack! And I thought about stepping 5 feet. How dare I?
All right, roll the damage.
Well, it's not hunt prey, so that's less damage.
Correct.
To think about today.
Oh, that's pretty meaty.
Fine.
20 plus 15.
Pray.
Roll. Good,
7
good.
plus
I
10.
rolled this. Okay, those are my rolls.
Okay, it's a total of 57 points of damage. You critically strike it in
Fort save?
in its eye, and it screeches and is just flailing about in the air. It's barely able to kind of maintain flight. Fort save versus
24.
24. I mean,
yeah, it's fine.
probably fine, but
It's fine. 35.
one of these
It's-
days it's gonna work.
One of
again.
these. It did work the other time.
It's worked before. It's just very
It's worked once, I
And
think.
1d10
Oh,
persistent
and it's on fire.
damage.
Okay.
And
I
it's
forgot.
flat-footed until my next turn.
I forgot
Alright.
that it already was, I think, flat-footed because I hit it with a crit.
Oh,
I think
you
that's
get
the
to
sword.
your crit specialization, isn't
I
it?
think, yeah, I think that's the sword crit specialization.
You'll have
do
to
I get
remind
that
me when
more?
you do
I
it.
might have turned that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. Cool. That was Asher's
Checker.
turn.
It is flat-footed.
That leaves number 4 here in the back. It is also going to kind of whip itself into a frenzy. And as it does so, let's see. I'm just marking all of them real
Maybe I don't
quick.
have that anymore.
They have like a little dance icon or something.
Okay.
Lightning.
Lightning icon, yes. Okay, so the 3 that whip themselves into a fury, now that you see all 3 of them in motion, they seem to be almost synchronized. And from each of the vultures' bodies starts to like exude this like aura of like static electricity. And they seem to be like building up this energy. And it starts to spread out more and more. And let's see. I think this is trying to just put the radius on them. Whoop. And then can I share the radius with you guys so you can see that?
Woo!
Good.
Okay.
Aha!
So the three of them are exuding these auras of electricity. That's just kind of lightning bolts are just kind of arcing out of them, zapping the ground, attacking the air. But Gunn, who is nearby, one of them goes flying straight for you. Give me a reflex save.
Okay. Is this versus a damage effect?
Yes, this is versus a damaging effect.
Okay. I will add an extra +2 to that.
Walking.
So, that gives me, let's re-roll that. I don't like rolling crit failures against electricity effects. I don't.
How bad could it have been?
You have a history with those.
Bad can the Pikachu blast? Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes 33. 32.
32 total. That is just barely a success.
Yes.
Okay, so it would be 23 points of electricity damage. You would have that, unless you've got a booster. So you take 11 points of electricity damage.
That's not great.
And the lightning seems to be arcing between the vultures, except for the one that didn't join in the dance. Okay. Top of the round.
I completely forgot she was there.
She's just in the back.
I'm so worried about these vulture things.
You forgot she's there, but she is staring straight at you. Without even a motion from her, the pillar of flame, if I could grab it, which I can't seem to be able to grab it. There we go. Passes straight through you. Well, I guess passes into your square. And I'm going to need reflex saves from... sorry, is it reflex? I think it's reflex.
It was reflex last time, I believe.
Yep, reflex save, please, from the two of you.
All right. Greshy's rolling. Eventually. Maybe. 37 for Greshy, or 38 with his wrathfulness. And Phelan, unfortunately, gets a 30 total.
Okay. 38 and 30.
Which means I'm pretty sure
that
that's
is a failure on both, but not a crit fail.
Okay. Okay, good.
Okay, so you'll just take you'll both take the full damage of this, which is is it actually not low? Yes. Okay. Yeah, you take the two of you take 11 points of fire bludgeoning damage. And that was her effortless concentration. She will then
Effortless.
just kind of zoom out a bit more. I made this battlefield too big. Okay. She is going to use her next action. Oh. She will pull her hands together and begin to build up energy. And she just starts going, and like a flaming aura builds up around her.
Ooh. Maybe we'll get to see it this time.
I actually know what this is. This is going to be annoying. We're going to need to spread out. I might have prepped something similar.
Let's see. So these guys are actually all delayed. Okay, Greshy. It's your turn.
Great. Cool. Well, if she's going to be like that, then I'm going to be like this, and I'm going to cast... I'm going to whip a frenzy of petals into the air that suddenly descend upon her head, all the way past the flames, and she is going to need to make a reflex save to avoid being sliced by the very sharp berry blossoms.
Reflex is pretty damn good.
Not very great damage.
Okay.
It is a 15-foot burst, so we'll center it on her, in fact.
Okay, she got a 43. With the DC,
He
33?
Succeeds, but does not crit succeed because I have 34 due to being wrathful right now.
Alright.
So she takes, unfortunately, 3 damage, 3 slicing damage, slashing.
Alright, 3
An
points
annoyance.
of slashing damage from
It is an
the
annoyance.
petals
But it's going to be right
burn
there.
up. Okay.
They persist, actually, for a minute.
Did this last for a minute?
Requires no concentration.
It's not movable, is it?
It's not, but it's going to be centered on her, so she's going to want to decide if she wants to hang out and keep getting hit, or she's going to want to move.
Alright. Anything else?
And then Greshy will actually command Phelan this time, and we're going to start moving. So let's see, how far can I get? He's just going to go 100 feet. We're going to try and hug the wall. Are we going to have to worry about that?
Phelan, yes. If you try to hug the wall, you will.
Both of us would?
Yeah, you need to.
So if we
do
run
reflex
past
saves.
or this way?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Well, it's either that or we run straight through whatever this mess is, and I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, granted.
Nah, screw it. We'll run through it instead then. So we're just gonna run straight north, avoid the wall. Well, not straight
Okay.
north. We're gonna go this way.
It's a 5.
And-
It's a-
Okay, Greshy.
So I'm trying to get a 15-foot burst, something like that.
That's fine.
Is that where you want it? Or?
It would be centered on. Well, I guess it would be centered if
It has
it's
to
on
be
the
centered
corner,
on an
then,
intersection,
Yeah, that's
so-
fine.
Okay.
Then yes, that's fine. That's perfect. Actually, you know
Okay.
what? No, let's make it at the very center of the circle. Screw it. Get out of the
Alright.
circle, lady.
Something like that. Okay. So you fill the center of the circle with magical petals that
Out
are
of
slicing.
curiosity, that
Yep.
is a conjuration spell and she's wrathful. Does that make any difference?
Does it look like it's making a difference?
Okay. Well, that's why I was asking, because I'm looking to see if there's any sort of difference made.
Could use actions
Well,
to
wrath
try
being
and
weak,
notice.
or at least not to
Yeah.
put against it. Well, I don't have any actions left, so I suppose Vulture will have to go instead. He can
Alright.
notice for me. It's fine.
The last of them here is currently on fire. It is going to take this duel. It will use its first action to strike with its beak. Why is this one specifically rolls really well? But 41 to hit against Gunn.
Yep, even if I raise shield, that's a hit.
No, wait, your AC is
No, if
41
I
with
raise
it.
shield, I have. Correct. I thought if you tie their AC, isn't that a hit?
Oh, yes, that's true. Yes. Yeah, if you tie AC,
So then-
it should be a it'll be
Yes.
a hit. So yes, it
It
would be a
hits.
hit. Okay.
So
Good,
no
for using
reason to
myself.
actually raise shield.
Okay, so so it lunges out with its beak to try and hit you. That is +1 d6. 30 points of piercing evil.
30
5 of that
with
is-
a regular hit. Well,
Yes, 30 with
I
a
guess
regular
that's
hit.
true.
A lot of the damage has been. I've been rolling a lot of ones today, so on damage
I
rolls.
see. Yeah, it was 62 on the crit the first time, so yeah.
But yeah, it's 30 damage, and you can reduce the piercing. So that's the first strike. Oh, okay.
I can't reduce piercing, only slashing.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's interesting to know. Okay. Yeah, it manages to pierce your armor. And then with its second action... I guess second and third actions... No. No, second action it will use to maintain its flight, just kind of hovering in place. And third action it'll use to strike you with... not strike you. Actually, it lurches back, and you watch as like something seems to move up from the pit of its belly up through its throat. It's like a big lump, and then it expels in this noxious cloud. I need a fortitude save from you, please.
Is this a poison effect or gas?
This is not a poison effect, no. Oh, it is poison actually.
So I have a 39.
It is poison.
Well, I have a 39, and if that's a success, then it becomes a crit success. So
that would be a success. So
and
it does become a crit success. So so it burps out this like cloud that you initially don't notice has a lot of these like tiny shards that try to like pierce your armor, and some of them do, and you can feel like needles prick your skin, but you manage to shake off whatever the effect is. Gunn, it's your turn. Oh wait, 1 sec. It needs to fire. It takes 2 points of fire damage, and then roll a d20. That's an 8, so it's still on fire. Gunn.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and strike this one with my sword again, hopefully to finish it off. If I got 2 points right now, I'll use
You have 2
2
points.
To add to this, which is going to make it a 34.
34 to hit will hit. Roll damage.
For 24 points, including some good.
Okay, that's enough. You, just as it's kind of pulling its neck back from its vomiting attempt, you go for a sword swing right at the thinnest part. Manage to snicker snack, cut the neck off. The body drops down to the ground and starts writhing in pain, and as it bleeds out on the ground.
All right. So with a second action, I'll go ahead and swoop down over here next to... Is this square in the effect, or is this out of the... Can I get here without...
I would say that's just barely out of the effect.
Okay.
They don't move.
I'm going to come down next to Asher here. And third action, I'll do a... Let's see. I'll do who's going next? 4 or 3 on the initiative?
It looks like
3 just
one
went,
is next.
so
Oh, they
2,
all
1, 4.
they all go at they're all at 21.
Yeah, they've all delayed to do this little dance.
Oh, I see.
You're
I think I'll use my litany against number 4 here. Litany against Wrath,
Okay, in the back.
which has him. No, sorry. Number 4 looks like it's the one.
You mean number 1? The one
Oh,
that's...
I do mean number 1. I do mean number 1.
Number 1.
Yeah, I see what you're
That's
getting. but yeah,
that's like
number
a.
Sure.
They all look like number 4 because they have this icon on the top right, which is actually like a wing, I think.
Yeah,
that's the wing.
When I zoom in far enough, it's a wing. Okay. I would see why I was getting confused now. Number 1.
So the closest one
against
to you.
wrath.
Yeah.
A will save.
Okay. Will save. I looked at the sheet and then ignored the sheet. That is a natural 20.
No.
But
Oh god,
I
really?
need to know what the effect is, because this is a particularly wrathful
Well,
thing.
it
I
is
don't know if
going
that
to,
reduces it.
It does reduce it down by 1 tier, but it's still probably going to, with a natural 20, against a DC 32,
33.
33.
It's
likely
so
going
it
to
would crit succeed,
still-
but that turns it into a success, so it still takes the damage.
Okay, so then, well, the first time he uses an attack that deals damage to at least one good, uses an action that deals damage to at least one good creature, he'll take some amount of good
Okay.
damage.
All right, so you've kind of backed out of the effect though, and are casting Litany against Wrath on it. All right, Asher.
I have a question, and I definitely should have asked this question weeks ago.
Sure.
When I was thinking about it then, but I didn't. So now it's time to ask it. All right, my new bow gives me a bunch of stuff. One of those things is the Mother's Gift. Says I can use any benefit of my weapon that isn't a striking rune, and in addition, I gain access to the additional abilities granted by the weapon. Does that mean pretty much like everything except striking? So would I still get like deadly and stuff on crit?
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't get the weapon traits either. Yeah, just the special things
So
from
the rune.
yeah, just the runes and any of
fire and ice.
the rune forged benefits.
Abilities.
Yeah.
Okay, that is what I was wondering.
Sorry. Yeah, I can clarify that in the description later.
One more quick check then, because I don't think this is a weapon specific thing. I want to make sure. 'Cause I see them. They're coming down here. Flat-footed comes from something special that I took. Where did it go? What was it called?
Isn't that,
Oh,
related to your-
it was
right?
shooting, yes. I think it's distracting shot is what that comes from, so that certainly wouldn't matter here. Okay. I really just want to do one thing. I feel like this is my chance to do one thing. I have to do
Right.
a series of things before I do the one thing.
There are steps involved.
There are steps involved, and I think this area is it's tall in here. It looks like I can become a huge creature without
Yes, it's quite tall in
anything
here.
bad happening to me. So I will do that. I believe that takes my whole turn. With, I think
It's 2 actions.
that it is, but
Transform.
if I use form control, I think is an action.
Okay.
So it would be all 3.
All right. So
To be
you.
huge for an hour.
All right. You reach for your amulet and begin to grow in size.
Oh
to
boy!
huge?
But I will be a different animal. Yeah.
Okay.
I will not be giant.
Giant Asher.
This is terrifying. Let's see.
Look at that smile.
I can use my kitty art. Where did it go? Oh, there's a chicken now.
I think the chicken's
Not
been in
gonna be
there.
huge chicken.
Maybe I. Okay.
No, I didn't know. And I become a giant chicken. Giant kitty cat.
If you want to fly after him.
All right. Asher kind of doubles over and transforms into a huge form of what is it called? Firebolt cougar. And you let out a massive roar as you do so. All right, you're now form controlled. The creatures are going to keep up their dance. So, Asher, I need you to make a reflex save.
I will.
You're kind of in it now, aren't you?
Now that
Yeah.
you are within the...
I assumed it was coming. Oh.
You have your hero points still, don't you?
I
Or
do
did
have
you
a
use it?
hero point.
It was a natural
can take
it.
one so far.
I'll take it.
The session's almost over.
Get stabbed. Oh yeah. I won't take it then. Ah. There we go. 44.
All right.
What a swing.
Okay, 44
I didn't
is
see the
a...
time.
It's a crit success. You are fine as
Twice as
you
good.
you dart out of the way of the electricity that zaps you. It didn't do damage, right? So it doesn't actually get affected.
It's
by
also not an
lightning.
This is an action.
This is an action.
Oh, it is an action because it's using its turn.
Yeah, they're using their turn to do it.
So correct. Yep.
Oh.
Okay, well,
Well,
Asher
so
dodges
they
the
use an
lightning
action
bolt.
that deals damage, not necessarily.
I should have taken it head on.
They used an
so-
action that deals damage. They didn't necessarily have to deal the damage, but the action
I mean,
would have had
it's
to have
it's an
dealt
action that has to deal damage. So
The
by definition, this is an action that didn't deal damage.
yes.
damage. But it could have. That's what I'm
It
saying.
could have, hypothetically, yes, but this one did not.
Yes. All right. Not gonna fight out. Not important.
Okay.
Asher survived. That's what's important.
I'm a cat. I tend to die in this form, so
All right. So as Asher turns into his giant panther form, you look to your left and you see the pillar of flame coming straight towards you, and that
no.
I think
have fur.
is where we have to end the session for tonight, as we're coming up on time. But thank you everybody for joining us. Hope you all enjoyed the new music. It's a little bit of a sample of our new anime opening theme, composed by Shough Novus. If you stick around after the chat, I can play the full English and Japanese versions for your listening enjoyment. But yeah, hope you all had fun. Catch you next week, I hope, and have a lovely Thanksgiving if you're doing that. Stay safe. Goodbye. Good night.
Bye. Good night.
Night.